Ladies and gentlemen, happy New Year's Eve. We are just hours away from entering 2025, and we're going to leave 2024 and enter into 2025 in a great note, in the spirit of excellence, in the spirit of national revival. We are just 19 days in a wake up before Donald Trump is inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States of America. And as we are entering the new year, we are getting good news. We are optimistic. We are hopeful. We are joyful. But the other side, the crooks, the political gangsters, the people that have been going after Trump, raiding his homes, indicting him with fake made up charges, who have been going after Christian moms who are pro-life, who have been going after churches, who have been keeping J6 political prisoners in prison for years without trial or bond. They got some bad news today. They are worried. They are running and they are terrified. And it is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into that, but please do me a huge New Year's Eve favor. Give the video a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed with the bell notification buttons on so that you are notified every time I upload or go live so you don't miss all the latest political news. Also, 2025 is going to be amazing. We are going to take this to the next level. I'm going to work harder than ever before, with more uploads and more live streams than ever before, to bring you the latest news to the best of my abilities. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. This was an amazing year. Let's get right into it. By the way, let me know in the comments, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? Family, fireworks, party, sleeping? I got 4 small kids. Honestly, I'll probably be in bed by 11:30. Let's go first things first. Mr. Jackety Jack Smith, right? What's he been up to? Breaking. Jack Smith has officially relinquished everything concerning the document hoax to the United States Attorney's Office. Now that the witch hunt is officially over, Smith should be jailed for the crimes he committed and bringing the case. So that's number 1. Jack Smith, his case over. Number 2, Big Panty Fanny. The Attorney General of Georgia just declared war against Fani Willis by telling the state Supreme Court to dismiss her appeal of the decision to disqualify her from the RICO case. Quote, lawfare has become far too common in American politics. It must end. As such, I would encourage the Georgia Supreme Court to not take her appeal. Attorney General Carr, who should have done this long ago. The walls of justice are quickly closing in on Fani. It's only a matter of time till the new United States Attorney General takes office and begins reviewing all her crimes. Lock her up. So that's Fani Willis. So Jack Smith, doo-doo, done. Bye-bye now. Big Panty Fanny, also, same thing. I just want to comment on this thing. I remember when Fani Willis indicted Trump and how CNN, MSNBC, all these liberal political pundits were like, she's this powerful black woman who's gonna get Trump. Well, you know what we found out about this big, powerful black woman? She's a homewrecker. She sleeps with her employees. Right, we all know about that. She goes to the cabin to bang her employees. She steals taxpayer money, and she is actually controlled by the white man. The white man in Washington, D.C. was telling her what to do, how to do it, when to do it when it comes to politically going after Donald John Trump. Now, let's continue. And this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one by far. Breaking. Matthew Graves, the corrupt DOJ attorney responsible for the persecution of President Trump's supporters, has resigned effectively 4 days before Trump takes office. Graves' work has led to many January 6 patriots ending their own lives. The story should not be over, though. He and his accomplices need to go to jail for the treason they've been committing. So this guy is the guy that's been responsible for going after January 6th political prisoners. He's the guy that's responsible for destroying families. This ugly pig is responsible for destroying lives, families, the self-unaliving of Americans because he was ruining their lives. And now he thinks he's gonna resign and be gone with the wind? No. No, no, and again, no. Trump's administration needs to make it their day one priority to go after these people, to make sure that they are really investigated, indicted, and made an example of, so that in 20 years from now, in 30 years from now, in 50 years from now, if somebody thinks about doing something like this ever again in American politics, they have some history to look back at. They would be like, well, I don't want to be like Jack Smith and get 10 years in prison, or Fani Willis, 17, or this dude who I believe deserves life in prison without the possibility of parole. Matthew Graves deserves, at the minimum, life in prison with no parole. And let's take a trip down memory lane. When did Trump announce he's running for 2024? Trump announced in November of 2022. Let's think about this. Trump in November of 2022 says, I am running for president of the United States once again. We enter into 2023. In 2023, we saw Trump's house raided, and we saw the indictments come through. But then because Trump has the money and Trump has good attorneys, they were not able to go to trial quickly and find him guilty. Then 2024 comes around and they see Trump is winning. So, right, it was the raid. Then it was indictment number 1, number 2, number 3 with a mugshot. We prayed. We were angry, we were heated, but we stayed cool. And then from 2023, we went into 2024. Right when we entered 2024, we were just 3 months away from the primaries beginning. And just weeks before the primary election started, what did they do? They tried taking Donald Trump off the ballot in 14 different states. And 4 states actually did do it. And then a week before the primaries begin, the Supreme Court stepped in and said, you can't do that. Trump has to be on the ballot. Okay. Then Trump wins every single primary election by record numbers. Numbers that have never been seen before. Iowa, he won 51% of the vote. No one's even been close before. From there, there's the first debate, late June 2024, between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump just destroys him. I mean, all it needed was one debate, Joe's out. And then, just 2 weeks after that, a radicalized team, radicalized by the left, shoots him in the face. And we were this close to civil war and all-out world chaos. But by the grace of God, Trump survives. And let's not forget, that was just 3 days before the RNC begins. Then Trump comes in, tears in his eyes, patch on his ear, accepts the RNC nomination. And then we get Kamala Harris, and we have, out of all of this, the fact that we had to put up with Kamala Harris for 107 days, I think it was the worst. From there, we made it. We made it to November 5th, and we won. We won so big. We made it too big to rig, ladies and gentlemen. And we are finally, after 2020 entering into 2021, 21 entering into 22, 22 entering into 23, 23 entering into 24. All of those last 4 New Years, we didn't know how the election would turn out, what's going to be in the future, but now we have hope. This is the first New Year in the last 5 years where we can take a deep breath and be like, we are back to greatness, baby. Happy New Year, Vlad. Thanks for your patriotism. Can't wait to see what you got for next year with Donald Trump back in office, his rightful place. Get ready to be amazed. Bring it on. That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this year, I really want to take this way more seriously. Just really dedicate myself to this. I believe there is a lot of fake news in this country, and we need to, somebody has to step up, and we have a lot of great people stepping up, and I just want to do my part. Even if it's just a couple hundred people that listen to me, hey, I want to give those couple hundred, or even if it's a dozen people, I want to give those dozen people the best news with the best quality to the best of my ability that I can. Is it going to be the best? Probably not. Are there better speakers than me with better information and better intel? Yes. But I will do the best that I can. That's right. God is great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I love each and every one of you. Again, please make sure you're subscribed with bell notification buttons on. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year. Go have fun. Spend time with your family. David, Happy New Year, brother. See you guys next year.